Have you ever said, "I'll do it later," or "I'll start tomorrow"? We all have. It seems harmless at first, but here's what we don't realize. Each later is like a tiny thief. It steals a little bit of our time, and when many laters come together, they can steal our entire future. Hours slip away while we scroll and watch. Days pass while we plan to start. Years go by while we wait for the perfect moment. Everyone gets the exact same amount of time in a day. The one who respects time climbs to the top of success, and the one who wastes it burns in the fire of regret. The student who tops the class and the one who fails both get the same 24 hours. The difference? One uses it, the other wastes it. This story is about a boy who learned this truth. Perhaps his experience will help you understand something important. Time doesn't wait. Listen carefully to this story until the end, because this isn't just a story, it's a mirror. You might see yourself in it. In a small, quiet town lived a young boy who had everything he needed: loving parents, good teachers, and a comfortable home. He was very smart, intelligent, and kind, but he had one big problem: laziness. He always postponed his work, starting to say, "I'll do it later," for any kind of task. When his mother asked him to clean his room, he would say, "Later, Mom." When teachers gave homework, he thought, "I have plenty of time." When friends invited him to learn new skills, he replied, "Maybe tomorrow." Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. While his classmates moved ahead, the boy stayed in the same place. His friends learned to play instruments, scored well in exams, and developed new talents. But the boy, he was still thinking and waiting to start. His parents worried. His teachers scolded him. They all said the same thing: "Time is precious, don't waste it." But their words bounced off him like raindrops on a window. He thought they were just being dramatic. One day, feeling frustrated after another failed exam, the boy decided to visit a wise sage who lived at the edge of town. People said this sage had answers to life's biggest problems. The sage was sitting peacefully under a large banyan tree. Seeing the boy, he smiled and asked, "What brings you here, boy? Why do you look so worried?" "I am upset and frustrated," the boy replied. "Everyone says I'm wasting time, but I don't understand why it's such a big deal. I'm still young. I have my whole life ahead of me." The sage nodded thoughtfully and said, "I know that you are a very smart, intelligent, and kind boy, but you have one big problem." "A problem? What problem do I have? I have everything in life I need." The sage gently smiled and said, "Let me tell you a story about a poor and lazy man that might help you understand." Once there was a generous king who ruled a prosperous kingdom. He was very generous. He loved his people very much. He was famous for his kindness and helping nature, and had helped many poor people, caring for his whole kingdom like a father cares for his children. One day, while walking through the market, he saw a man shouting angrily at people around him. The king went to see what was wrong, but to his surprise, the man was his classmate from childhood. He hadn't met his classmate for years. The king saw his classmate had become very poor, jobless, lost all respect in society, and was struggling in life. He stepped towards him and called him closer to ask about his life. The poor classmate said, "Dear king, I don't understand why people think I'm useless. Whenever I ask for a job, they simply reject me and always say I don't complete tasks on time. I don't know what to do now or how to feed my family." Feeling compassionate, the king said, "My friend, I want to help you. Tomorrow morning, come to my palace. I will open my treasury for you. From sunrise to sunset, you can take as much gold, silver, and jewels as you want. Whatever you collect will all be yours. But remember, you only have one day. When the sun sets, the gates will close forever. The poor man's eyes lit up with joy. He thanked the king and went home, dreaming of all the wealth he would collect. The next morning, the sun rose bright and early. But the man thought, I have the whole day. Let me first have a good breakfast. He ate slowly, savoring every bite. After breakfast, he thought, the sun is still a long way from setting. I have time to collect wealth until the evening. Let me rest for just a bit. He lay down for what he thought would be a short nap. When he woke up, the sun was already high in the sky. Oh no, he thought, I must hurry. But as he walked toward the palace, he felt tired from the afternoon heat. The treasury won't go anywhere, he reasoned. Let me rest under this shady tree for a few minutes. Under the cool shade, his eyes grew heavy again. When he finally woke up, he saw the sun was setting. Orange and red colors painted the sky. Panicking, he ran as fast as he could toward the palace. But when he arrived, panting and exhausted, the guards were already closing the massive gates. He pleaded with the guard to open the gate for a while. He cried, "The king promised me I could take treasure." The guard replied, "Yes, but only until sunset. The sun has set. The opportunity is gone." The man fell to his knees, realizing what he had lost. Not because he didn't have the chance, but because he had wasted it, thinking he had more time than he actually did. The sage finished his story and looked at the boy, who sat in stunned silence. "Do you understand now?" the sage asked gently. "Every day is like that treasury. Every sunrise brings opportunities to learn, to grow, to improve. But these opportunities don't wait. When the day ends, it never comes back." The boy's eyes filled with tears. He thought about all the days he had wasted, all the laters and tomorrows he had said. He realized he had been just like the poor man in the story. "But it's not too late for you," the sage continued. "You're young. Your treasury is still open. But remember, each sunset takes away opportunities that will never return." The boy stood up with new determination in his eyes. He thanked the sage and ran home. From that day, everything changed. When his mother asked him to do something, he did it immediately. When teachers gave assignments, he completed them the same day. When opportunities came to learn something new, he grabbed them without hesitation. His grades improved. He learned to play the guitar he had been postponing for months. He helped his parents with household work. He even started teaching younger kids in his neighborhood. Within a year, the boy who was known for always being late became known for being the most punctual and reliable person in school. His teachers praised him, his parents were proud, his friends looked up to him. Years later, when he became a successful young man, people often asked him, "What's your secret?" He would smile and say, "I learned that time is the only treasure we truly have. Every moment we waste is like throwing away gold." The difference between success and failure isn't always talent or luck, it's how we use our time. Don't wait for tomorrow to do what you can today, because sometimes tomorrow never comes. Whenever he met someone who struggled with procrastination, he would tell them the story of the king's treasury, just as the wise sage had told him. Our life is that treasury. And each day, the sun rises, the gates open with new opportunities. But here's what most of us don't realize. We're all living like that poor man, thinking we have endless time. "I'll do it later.
I'll start tomorrow. I still have time.
The harsh reality is that laziness is the thief of dreams. It doesn't announce itself as failure. It whispers sweetly, "You can do it later." But later becomes never.
The boy in our story was lucky. He got his wake-up call while he was young.
But many of us go through our entire lives without realizing that each passing day is a closed treasury we can never reopen. If you value time, time will value you. But if you waste time, time will destroy your life. You can achieve anything if you use your time properly, but if you waste it, you will lose your chances and live with regret. Think about it. How many times have you skipped doing things? How many times have you postponed your work? Each tomorrow you promise yourself is a treasure you're choosing not to collect today. The beautiful part is, unlike the poor man who missed his chance, your treasury is still open right now, this very moment. The question is, will you enter it today? Or will you sleep under the tree thinking you have more time? Remember, successful people and unsuccessful people have the same 24 hours in a day. The only difference is one uses it wisely and the other just lets it go, doing nothing. So I want to ask you, what have you been postponing? What treasure have you kept waiting for so long? Commit to starting it today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Start it now, today. And always remember, your treasury is open now, but the sun is already moving across the sky. Don't wait until it's too late to realize what you've lost. Start today. Start now. The best time to start has gone. The second best time is now. If this story touched your heart and opened your eyes, please share it with someone who needs to hear this message. This is Forever Wisdom. Please like and subscribe for more.